Hello everyone. I'm back to recording. The idea is to record about my experience with autism with my son. I like to try and help any parent, any new parent, any older parent that has had a child, an adult child with autism. There's also many new parents that have children diagnosed with autism, probably also called Asperger's. In our area, it's my understanding, the Central Valley, the diagnosis of autism is very high. But don't lose hope, because there is a lot of help out there, especially now. Back in 1988, when my son was born, there was really not much that parents could do. There was not much help for the parents. I would say that the time was the services were very limited. A lot of the times we had to do our own work in doing one-on-one with our child, being trained by a professional, by a therapist that would come to the house. Of course, when it came to the schools, you could never count on the schools on having any appropriate program for our children, for our autistic children. So it took quite a bit of fighting, quite a bit of research, quite a bit of not losing hope on what you could get for your child, because the earlier the child is, the younger the child is, more help and they're learning how do I call it? Their learning ability, it's much easier. It's easier, and they can be more functional if they do get a lot of help from anybody that is helping them around them, whether it's the family, whether it's the school, the teacher, the class. It takes a whole team. So during the time that my son Javi was diagnosed with autism, it was very limited, very hard to find help. Throughout the years, I have been helping my son as much as I can, using some of the techniques that I was taught by a wonderful doctor who I totally respect. Actually his name was Dr. Ivar Lovas from UCLA. I don't know if he's still alive, but he was my big mentor in my son's training. So understanding the program that I had to do with my son, I believe I did it about 8 months. The truth is that it was very, very hard on all the family. It took too much. I had 2 other children. They were younger than Javi. They were babies, and husband and I had to work things out in a way, because we couldn't forget to help Javi on his training, to try and get him out to the normal setting of school settings. Anyways, but my respects for Dr. Ivar Lova's training program, which is a wonderful training, and I would always recommend it. After the 8 months or so, I decided I didn't want to do the training because there was people coming in the house all the time. There was no privacy in our home. So what I did is continue the training with my child for the rest of the years, very, very firmly, using whatever my son would like, whatever we could get him to say. If we got him to say a word, and we used candy or M&Ms or Oreo cookies, you know, all his favorite stuff. But if we were able to get him to talk, that was a big achievement for us and for my child. Like I said, he's now 27 years old. He slowly, but he has been opening up. Excuse my word. He's been opening up to the world, to understanding his surroundings. But again, I do have to be. It has to be consistent to be asking my child, to talking to him, you know, never ignore him. Never ignore your child, your autistic child. Never ignore your Asperger's child. Never ignore your disabled child. Never ignore your normal child, because they feel too that they are important. It is a challenge life. It takes very special parents. It takes a lot of love to have a child with special needs, to have a child with autism. Anyhow, my friends, I will be recording. Please, I'm open to questions. If there's any questions, if there's anything I can help you with, I will be more than glad to answer any question. You take care of yourself, and see you in the next recording.